Hey guys, so in this video I want to compare the specs and features of the new phones from Motorola Moto X 2014 takes on the Motorola Moto G 2014. Now let's starting off from the display here on both devices. So we have same kind of size here on both devices. We have 5.2-inch screen, a little bit bigger on the Moto X. Of course, Moto G is but mostly just like last year, Moto G phones are cheaper and also have down specs as compared to the Moto X. Moto X seems to be the flagship phone, but I'm pretty sure that is going to be replaced by Motorola Nexus X pretty soon, which is going to have a Quad HD screen with 5.9 inch screen size. Will compete with the Note 4 and first ever phablet that will have low price. So I will talk about it later in another video, so let's here compare it. So a little bit better screen here on the Moto X. In terms of resolution, we have 1080p HD resolution on the Moto X 2014 as compared to the Moto G. We have 720p. Of course, that's the difference I explained, downside of everything. PPI wise, we have like 100 less PPI on the Moto G, 294 PPI on the Moto G versus 424 PPI on the Moto X 2014. So but also there's also difference between technology used. Now the Moto G 2014 has IPS LCD display, whereas the Moto X 2014 has AMOLED display. So AMOLED displays are actually better than the IPS LCD display, as far as I have used. More brighter, and color reduction is also good. So in terms of the weight on both devices, the Moto X 2014 is lighter, a little bit lighter, 144 gram versus 149 gram on the Moto G 2014. And also in terms of the thickness of both devices, the Moto X 2014 is a little bit thinner, 9.9mm versus 11mm on the Moto G 2014. And both devices are splash resistant, meaning that they are not full waterproof. They are not certified by IP58 or 68 or 67, but they are splash resistant, which is they have some extent, some ability to repel water, water repelling ability. So also we have here 4.4.4 KitKat on both devices, the latest version of the Android at the moment. So which probably going to be replaced pretty soon by Key Lime Pie or Lollipop or whatever the name they will choose for the latest version of the Android. So in terms of the camera, we have 8 megapixel camera on the Moto G, which is then again an upgrade from the Moto G 2013, but still as compared to the Moto X 2014, it's a downside. We have 13 megapixel camera with a dual LED flash on the back of the Moto X 2014, which is then again equal to the LG G3 without optical image stabilization. So also in terms of video recording, the Moto G 2014 can only record 720p HD video, whereas this phone here can record 4K video as well as 1080p HD video. So that's an amazing thing. 4K is now a big deal. Most of the phones that are coming out have the ability to record 4K video. So Motorola have done a great job over here. So front-facing camera is set to be 2 megapixel on both devices, which should be able to record HD video. So looking at the hardware, we have Snapdragon 400, 1.2 GHz, Adreno 305 GPU inside the Moto G 2014, which is then again a cheap GPU, which has some awful gaming experiences and playing games like GTA. So that's experience with me because I had the Xperia T2 Ultra and I played some game on it, and Snapdragon 400 processor has some struggling in terms of gaming. So but moving on to the Moto X 2014, of course it is uncomparable over here. We have Snapdragon 801 clocked at 2.5 GHz with the Adreno 330 GPU on the Moto X 2014 with 2 GB of RAM, and also in terms of the built-in storage, we have 16 GB of built-in storage on the Moto G 2014 with SD card slot expansion, and of course that is not the case on the Moto X 2014. We have 32 GB with no SD card support. So that's again a big thing over here. So also in terms of the battery capacity, we have 2070 mAh battery on the Moto G 2014, which is then again enough for its 720p HD display. And on the other hand, we have a little bit better 2003 mAh battery on the Moto X 2014. So I assume they should have put like 2008 mAh battery on the device, but just because of the 1080p HD display, more pixels, so Definitely Motorola knows what they have done with this device, so of course we have yet to see the real life thing here, real life performance. So also both of us have 4G and 4G plus stuff, NFC, all kind of stuff, the basic stuff of the Android, and also both have a USB 2.0, no USB 3.0, and so both were announced almost yesterday, and will be available pretty soon. And also the price for the Moto G 2014 will be $180, which is extremely cheap. That's expected actually. I'm not sure if it's an official one, but I've seen $180 price for the Moto G 2014. And of course, for the price for the Moto X 2014 is still not confirmed at the moment, but it will going to be available on Verizon and AT&T. So Moto G 2014 is not yet announced by any carrier. So yes, thanks for tuning in, guys. Do subscribe to my channel for more tech videos, reviews, unboxing, news, and more. And I will see you next one. Peace.